Some loves are meant to last forever, until life throws obstacles they never imagined. This is the story of Ben and Amora, a love torn apart not by choice, but by circumstances beyond their control, and the son who would bring them back together. Ben grew up in Enugu State, in a small, loving home. His father worked as a civil servant. His mother sold provisions at the local market. Money was scarce, but values were abundant. From a young age, Ben learned discipline, patience, and the importance of hard work. He wasn't flashy or loud. He was quiet, observant, and driven. At school, he hustled for small jobs, tutored classmates, and saved every naira. He had a vision, to build a life where success was earned, not given. At University of Lagos, Ben shared hostels, juggled tight schedules, and worked part-time jobs to survive. He formed a tight circle of ambitious friends. Together, they experimented with real estate investments, buying small plots, flipping properties, and reinvesting profits. Failures came, but Ben never gave up. Years later, that discipline and persistence made him a self-made billionaire, quietly building a real estate empire in Nigeria and abroad. Amora grew up with her parents, both teachers. Her childhood was strict, disciplined, and faith-driven. She excelled academically and socially, admired for intelligence and beauty. But beneath her achievements, Amora carried a quiet longing, a desire for independence and someone who truly understood her heart. At university, she thrived in academics and leadership, but struggled under the pressure of expectations. She wanted a life that felt real, not just successful. Ben and Amora met at a university seminar. He noticed her confidence and warmth. She noticed his calm, thoughtful demeanor. They started as friends. Study sessions became walks, walks became late-night conversations, and slowly, they fell in love. Their love wasn't loud or dramatic. It was real. They shared dreams, fears, and hopes. Marriage and children were mentioned softly, promises waiting for the right time. After graduation, Ben received an unexpected opportunity to invest in a high-stakes real estate project in Lagos. Amora moved to another city within Nigeria for a new job. They promised to stay in touch, but then unforeseen circumstances struck. Ben was consumed by work and deadlines. Amora's new city had strict work demands and limited communication access. In the chaos, they lost contact completely. Shortly after, Amora discovered she was pregnant. Amora's life changed overnight. Her parents, shocked and disappointed, pushed her away, refusing support. She faced pregnancy and early motherhood alone. She worked hard, juggled training, and cared for Jade without guidance or help. There were nights she cried silently, exhausted, wondering how she would survive. Yet she never let Jade feel the absence of his father. She raised him with courage, teaching him integrity, love, and that his father, though absent, was a good man. Meanwhile, Ben's life flourished. His investments grew into a vast real estate empire. He became a billionaire, calm, disciplined, respected. Luxury cars, private homes, and international properties became part of his life, yet he never forgot Amora. He often wondered, where is she now? Is she safe? 5 years later, fate intervened. Ben was walking through a mall, and there she was, Amora, standing there, composed, radiant, carrying the weight of her struggles. She wasn't alone. A little boy held her hand, about 5 years old. When Jade turned toward Ben, the resemblance was undeniable. Same eyes, same smile, same face. Ben froze. Amora's eyes widened. Time seemed to stop. They found a quiet spot to speak. Amora revealed everything. Jade was Ben's son. She had raised him alone, through hardship and sacrifice. Ben listened. Shock, guilt, and hope flooded his heart. He realized life had separated them not by choice, but by circumstance. Rebuilding wasn't instant. Time had passed. Trust had to be restored. Boundaries had to be respected. But Ben showed up, patiently, consistently, and with love. He became part of Jade's life, slowly but surely. School runs, bedtime stories, weekend outings, each moment healed years of absence. The love between Ben and Amora began to bloom again. Stronger, wiser, more intentional. Eventually, Ben proposed to Amora. This time, life had prepared them. They chose a private, heartfelt wedding. Friends and family attended. Tears of joy were everywhere. Amora's parents, seeing their daughter happy and safe, reconciled with her. Jade had the love of both parents and the warmth of his grandparents. Ben and Amora stood hand in hand, grateful for the twists of fate that had brought them back together. Life hadn't ended their story. It had only paused it. Sometimes, love is tested, only to return stronger. If this story touched your heart, like, subscribe, and share. Here at the Story Parlor, we don't just tell stories. We tell life.